Last year, Senate President Stuart Adams sparked a change to Utah law that benefited a relative who was charged with having sex with a minor. In 2023, an 18-year-old high school student was charged with 2 counts of child rape and 2 counts of child sodomy for having sex with a 13-year-old child. That 18-year-old happened to be a relative of Senate President Stuart Adams. Over the course of the next year, plea negotiations had bogged down until the 2024 legislative session when Senator Adams approached Senator Kirk Cullimore, one of his top deputies in Senate leadership, and suggested that he look into the issue, whether he thought it was appropriate. Senator Cullimore, who is an attorney but not a criminal defense attorney, ended up consulting with the attorney for Senator Adams' relative, that's Kara Tangaro. Kara wrote language that she sent to Senator Cullimore that would have lessened the penalty for those narrow circumstances where 18-year-old high schoolers engage in sexual activity with a 13-year-old. The bill passed with not much opposition, and then that became the basis for a plea agreement between the defendant and Davis County prosecutors. Now, the mother of the victim in this case said it was a punch in the gut to her when she found out about this change to the law and felt like the defendant in this case was getting special treatment because of the relationship with Senate President Stuart Adams. The mother said that she felt like nobody was really taking into consideration the harm that was done to her child. While the law wasn't retroactive, the defense attorney, the prosecutor, and the judge all said that because of the change in the law, they were able to come to a resolution in this case. As a result of the plea agreement, the 18-year-old defendant did not have to serve any additional jail time, was sentenced to 4 years of probation, and had to pay a fine. Senate President Stuart Adams said that he did not intervene in this case, that it was not intended to benefit this relative of his, and that he did nothing improper. Senator Kirk Cullimore also said that they did not intend for this law to impact this specific case. But again, based on the representations from the defense attorney, the prosecutor, and the judge, it definitely did have an impact on it. The whole episode points to a larger issue that states nationwide are trying to deal with, and that is, how should the law treat teenagers who engage in sexual activity before they're 18? This particular bill made it a third-degree felony for an 18-year-old who is still in high school to have sex with a 13-year-old, the same as it would be for a 17-year-old, but after graduation, they would be treated as an adult like anybody else. Since the Tribune broke this story, it's made national news. There have been calls for Senator Adams to resign, both from the Democratic Party and from Senator Nate Bluin. Senator Adams says he has no intention to resign. He says this whole matter is being blown out of proportion by people who are trying to damage him politically.